beautiful people. Big double dummy, how you doing? Campo, is it harsh? I don't think it's harsh because let's be honest, do you know what I mean? 9 contested, but I would also point out the fact you've got to look at his role. For a winger, he had more contested possessions, 1 less contested possession than D'Ambrosia playing the same role, and a third of the touches. And he also had less contested possessions than Chad Warner had against us playing inside midfield. So I would say it's fair on him because, let's be honest, he hasn't been set the world alight. But I would also caveat that he hasn't exactly been given the chance to relish the role like many wingers have done. G'day, Scotty, Tiger Time, Rocking Clips, Michael Harley, Matt Lang. This was my banker. I said Essendon win this. I'd never say that I'm supporting Essendon, but I will be. That's who I backed. Chris, how are you doing, mate? Oh shit! I better put my tips in. Good call, chat. Good call, chat. I'm glad you're here. Let's do that quickly. The days are over. I hope you like the new style of I hope you like the new style of our tip video. I went a little bit editing hard on that, so I hope you did enjoy it. That would be good if you did enjoy it. Give me some feedback on it. I hope you did have fun, though. I had a lot of fun making it. I thought it was quite entertaining, if I do so say myself. It is Tiger Time, mate. History does often repeat itself in this quality competition. So I've got my teams in. Looking forward to seeing Saad El Hawaii make his debut today. You know what? It's been stuck in my head because I was watching a couple of people. The amount of people in Australia that call debut. Why is that? Can someone explain it to me? Explain it to me as well as if I'm like 6. Would be good. But there it is. But some real good fixtures this week. We are live for Hawthorn versus GWS, Carlton Dogs, and Essendon at Port Adelaide, as you would be aware, as you are here watching me. So hopefully you can come and join me, have a kick back, have a bit of a laugh. We'll talk footy. You've gone Port. I mean, Port's probably the sensible one, but I mean, we have a shock every week, don't we? And I'm reluctant to say Carlton are the shock, to be honest. No, not playing that game. Not playing that game. How are you, Chills? I hope you're all right, mate. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Peter V, you've gone Port as well? Yeah, Tiger Time. I've just figured that, there's always a shock. Essendon have copped a spray in the press, rightly so as well. They were pathetic last week. They've brought in a young kid, well, a mature age kid, but young kid for football. So I'm going to back them in at the G. I mean, I don't think last week told me anything to make an educated guess about how good Port are, to be honest. I think that story's more of how poor Richmond's leaders were. So that's my theory. It's my theory. But you know what? Do I care enough? I don't care enough, to be fair. Just hope for a good game. That's all I hope for. How's everyone doing on a Thursday night? Weird that we've got Thursday night football. What's everyone's vibe about Thursday night football? G'day, Quinton. How are you, mate? What's everyone's vibe about Thursday night football? I am not the biggest fan of Thursday night football. But that's just me. Do like Friday fixture, gotta say. Yeah, I'm with you. It just feels, I mean, if your team lose on a Thursday night, you have got good recovery time because by the time the football really kicks off, you kind of are over your loss and you enjoy watching it. Well, that's me personally, but I just find it a weird time. I mean, it's good for content. G'day, Slobber. How are you, mate? You right? Yeah, I'm with you, Chills. I don't mind it on a Thursday. Or if there's a bank holiday Monday. I tipped Essendon too. So it looks like you and me are the only ones in the chat, bro. Double dummy, I agree. I'm with you, Matt. Hey, Michael, risk it for the biscuit, as they say. Well, you're riding it with me in Slobber, mate. 2-for-1 deals. To be fair, the attendances have been quite low this year, haven't they? Compared to, like, what the AFL would expect, I presume. I do feel like the season's been a little bit discombobulated with the weird start to the season, the round zero and stuff. Feels a little bit discombobulated. Well, for our tip slobs, let's hope you're right, mate. I think it should be a good game, though. I mean, Port did not impress me greatly last week, to be fair. Which, to be honest, they were. To be fair, they weren't really. It's not really fair, but they were in that damn situation. If they win, they were expected to win. But I mean, they've gone bold. Soldo back, Cochrane in, Asava. They've gone bold. Jordan Ridley coming back, I felt was a big in for Essendon. I'm with you, Tiger Time. Even though, even if them games weren't broken, 4 games just makes no sense to me. But we are in the thick of it, aren't we? As KSI would say right now. Hopefully, a good game though. I mean, that's all I want out of these. Bit of good football, something for us to talk about, have a bit of a laugh about, and then we just move on with our days. I do love Port look like they're lined up to do the hacker. I like Matt Hill there. He looks like Mark Howard is explaining to his mum why he can stay the night. I have, Shirzy. How have you been, mate? I hope you've been well. I agree, double dummy. I think Port are about break even with round 1 to 2. So I'm still not sold. Essendon, I do think in my hearts of hearts, Essendon should have lost both of them games anyway, pre-game. I didn't really think they would win them, if I'm honest. Some people might lie, but I expect the Hawks to beat them, and I expected the Crows to beat them. But Port, I didn't expect them to get pantsed by Power. So when I do it on a mental plus loss, if you know what I mean, I'd say that they are the worst of the two sides. Well, I mean, if they get trounced tonight, Double Dummy, it might be the second Thursday team to feature on PommyInOz this week. They would definitely be a shoo-in with their form. It's a weird selection, isn't it, Shirzy? I didn't personally see Evans coming in, but each to their own. I'm a big fan of Kako too, mate. Hoping to see some flames from him. Port are one of them weird teams, I think. I think we don't give them enough credit pre-season about how talented that list is. But then I don't think we give them enough credit for how good they should be. I feel like Port are like that team that's just in football purgatory. That very few people have them in their 8 at the start of the season. When I watch all the content creators, everyone poo-poos on Geelong and Port. But they are 2 teams that we predominantly expect to see in the 8, don't we? So I feel like Port are probably one of the most unrespected sides in the league, in my opinion. But what they dished up against Collingwood, I thought was barbaric. And I will say this, I thought Richmond had a lot of shots at goal. A lot of shots at goal for a team that was, I felt, beaten at half time. So one I always keep an eye out that. Damo, good day, mate. Port, 621s, mate. They've done a silent little reset as well. No one talks about it, but I thought what they got for Danny Houston, they did pretty well in the terms of what they bought for it. I agree with you, Scott, there. Like, I feel like I would back them against a bottom four side. Essendon are one of them sides that I feel like should be better than bottom four. So, be an interesting one. Good evening, Ben. How are you, mate? You ready? Here we go. Rosie and Zach Merritt. Big smiles. Matt, I think that's probably fair. Be interesting what they do with Asava. Oh, look, the Essendon guy has done that bit of banter looking up in the air. Mate, didn't put it on. It's a little bit warm in my office today, Scott. I might bring it out tomorrow for you. It is interesting, Matt, because I think, yeah, I feel like, especially Richmond, I feel like the press they've got for being the worst team in the AFL, which I think is really harsh, because I don't think Richmond are infinitely worse than the next two clubs I have fighting for the bottom three. And I would say, based on what we've seen thus far, Richmond would hold their heads up quite high. Hey, Laughing Magpie, good luck on that new job, mate. Scotty, as always, mate, I endeavour to satisfy. I will do, my good friend. I will do. I'm looking forward to this. You know what? I really like doing the neutral games. It's not saying I don't like doing Carlton games, because I do, but being able to watch football at peace and not have anything riding on it but a measly tip that I've put on is so nice. So nice. Like, it's the epitome of relaxation. If I worked for it, I wouldn't really care, to be honest, mate. Probably wouldn't do it, to be fair, because I'd probably tell them that they're dicks. So we are about to have a bounce in 3, 2, 1. We are Thunderbirds are go. Essendon versus Port Adelaide. Thursday night, bright lights. And Willie Rioli straight into the centre bounce contest, gets a stoppage. I agree, Tiger Time. Yeah, like when you've just got a tip on, who cares? I agree, Scott. It's so good. When all I've got on this is a tip and I'm wrong. Who cares? So, Essendon, dilly-dally, bit of dancing around, delivers it inside Jade Gresham. Nate Caddy can't take a mark. Josh Sin clears his lines. Up to the wing. You know what? Port play... Oh, Carlton sponsors. I'd probably call them dicks. Stoppage there. You know what? Can I just say, Collingwood, Port Adelaide's white shirt, I think is the best alternate Guernsey in the AFL, because they've still got a little bit of the remnants of the home Guernsey, but I do think it looks nice. Genuinely, if I was a Port fan, I'd be stoked with that away kit. I think it's different enough to not clash, but it is a ripper that they've still given an ode to the colours. Really like it. So I've got stoppage here. Free kick going against them. Yeah, I think the white one looks nice. You're not a fan, Scotty? I don't mind it, mate. Hey. So they go short from that free kick, Essendon, but they probably gain -5 metres of territory. They flip it out to the wing here. Bit of Zach Merritt. Scotty, I genuinely rate the prison bars, bro. Jade Gresham delivers it in. Can't take a mark. Aaliyah rushed out of it by Nate Caddy. Jace Burgoyne, bit of work to do. Sam Powell, Pepper here. Josh Sin clears his lines. Could have marked that. Spoiled out. Why is... Can someone explain to me why Sard is sub? What is this new thing debuting people as sub? Like, I'm not a big fan of it, to be honest. Like, I understand it. Scotty, can you explain to me why he wears his socks so fucking high? I don't get it. Might have done. Few of you saying that the Bombers are in trouble, not many fans. It's weird though, because I always say this, even with Carlton, the numbers go massively down. Like, you've only got to see the increase when Carlton started winning. I would say you've probably got 50,000 actual hardcore Carlton fans. Ball delivered inside 50. Again, they can't take a mark. And we have a stoppage. Yeah, I'm glad you're not a big fan of the sub. I just think for your debut game, you deserve a run out, don't you? Like, I understand feeding you in and stuff, but for me, it's not a good thing. Has anyone noticed that Sam Draper is looking more and more like Joe Danaher every single day? Lots of pressure here. Great tackle. Harrison Jones. Zach Merritt behind. But can I just say that scoreboard looks really pretty, doesn't it? Like the Essendon Port colour looks all right. Do you know what I mean? It's an aesthetically pleasing scoreboard, that. So they clear the lines up to Jason on Francis. Can't take the mark. Zach Merritt dances around traffic, gets the return handball. Zach Merritt can't miss the first target. Clever, though. I think it is smaller. Spot on, old mate. I mean, our crowds are half the size, though. Great little handball. Tell you what, some nice little football here from Essendon. They need to be careful, though. They need to be careful and finish off their work. Nick Martin does well, gets it up to half forward. Big Thomas Edward. Oh, it's not Thomas Edwards, it's John Ridley. Behind. It does seem a little bit smaller. You know how I can tell it's slightly smaller? It doesn't touch the corner post. Oh, I agree, old mate. Definitely, yeah. I mean, it's quite funny, actually. When the AFL did that thing about Carlton's noise versus Melbourne, it's like 7 decibels lower than the average home crowd at Sunderland. I agree with you there, Tribal Chief. Genuinely, I think, like, if I was picking a sub, it would be the most versatile player you can. Someone that can play back and forward. So, El Hawley makes sense. Do you know what I mean? Saeed makes sense. But I just think it's stiff to make your debut there. But I suppose it's still a big thing, isn't it? Let's be honest. Hey, CB, how you doing? You went to school with him? Oh, with someone called Tom Edwards. I imagine that's quite a common name, isn't it? That could be deliberate. It is. So, Port Adelaide will get a chance to enter inside 50. Oh, that's heartbreaking for Essendon. Mate, it is real good ground as well. Good viewing ground. Big Mitch takes the mark for them. And Port will have a shot at goal. You see, I understand like 10, 15 minute spurt. It's how round ball debut players. So it does make sense. I just think Carlton, it's not so cool, is it? Like AFL, it's just not so cool. But here we are. The big Greek. Slots it through. And Port a 6-2. And that'll be disappointing from Essendon. It's been all them. Ben Mackay really has flinged down, hasn't he? Don't you think? G'day, Frank. Ben Mackay, like, controversial. I was never a big fan of Ben Mackay at North Melbourne. And I feel like he's actually got worse, to be honest. Like, he was too interested in that one-on-one. Harry Maguire, mate, spot on, slabhead. Damo, probably. Probably. I mean, I think he's... You know what? It's like when top teams sign goalkeepers and defenders from lower tiered sides. I think you can be deceived by the amount of work they have to do. I always said that about Harry Maguire. I think you can be deceived by the amount of work he does and think he's good. Jason Odd Francis bursts away. Ben Mackay takes the mark fullback. But do you not think? I think sometimes when you look at a bottom six side, the defender looks a little bit better. He's under the cosh all the time. But it's a different skill set, isn't it? Going to be an interesting game here because you'd say both teams really need the win as well. Is that 15? It's cold, not 15. Essendon try and build up. Good little mark here. Bit of chance to work it from Harrison Jones. Finds Dylan Shield. Horrible kick. Interesting that, Scotty. I mean, he's in the limelight now, isn't he? I do remember Nick Hind over Adam Sard. I mean, I will say Adam Sard hasn't exactly set the world alight at Carlton. He's been solid. They do, Ben. They take the game on. They invite that pressure and then get round you. So quite a slow start to this game. 2 versus 6. And an absolute disaster of a kick. Maybe they should handball it more, Ben. Good evening, Lana. How are you? You know what? Brad Scott always looks like he is on the precipice of just bollocking someone. So we've got the boundary throw, bang on halfway. Jide Caldwell pops it out. Dylan Shield getting involved. Redmond Shield. Handball through the middle. If he can control this here, they're in some good place. Jai Menzie. And Sam Draper gets that free. Ushered out of it by Asava. And Sam Draper, who is trying to look as much as he can like Joe Danaher, has a chance here to give the Bombers the lead. Oh, he's going round the corner again. Absolutely nails it. Well done, son. 8 versus 6. An absolute peach. Hey, Ben, wouldn't that be magical if he did go to Brisbane? You know what? Him playing more forward's been really impressive. Vaguely remember that, Ben. Ron Jeremy, great shout, old mate. He's definitely the teamy version, but I have been impressed with him going up forward. You know what, Tiger Time, though? You know when people go on about it, it's fascinating how people get really bogged down in, like, you know, the textbook of how to do something. Because, like, from a sports science point of view, there's nothing in the sports science book that says that if you change something that works, you should never change something for the textbook that works. You should only encourage it. So, like, for Sam Draper, there will be pundits out there who say you should drop punt it. But to me, if it works, man. Do you know what I mean? A blatant throw there from Dylan Shield. Hidden. Sam Durham delivers it in. Sava. Oh, could be in trouble. It should be a goal. It's a behind. Oh, Tiger Time. Spot on, though, bro. You know it's going to happen. You know, if he misses, it's going to happen. Bit of work to do here from Port, frantically getting it out. Ivan Soldo honestly bends down like your 90-year-old pop. Dangerous kick straight into the corridor, hits its target, trying to get a 50 there. Bit of dirty tactics by Gresham, goes backwards to go forwards. Zachy Reid. I agree, Scott, but like to me, if that works for him, fuck the drop punt off. Mason Redmond now. I do remember Chief doing that, mate. Yeah. Deep inside 50, misses everyone. But it is a free kick anyway. And I think that's a free kick paid to Tommy Edwards. Wensick, I called them out on my fan cam, mate. I genuinely don't think it's good enough, to be honest. And the fact that she sits on the bench, I think, says to me everything I need to know. Because it's obviously not working. Nate Caddy then straight in front should give the Bombers a couple of goals. 15 plays, 6. And the Bombers probably deserve the lead at the moment. Yeah, I'm not a big fan when 6. Belle Delphine. Niche reference there, Ben. I rate it. Umpires a vomit. Are you Sniper Hawk? I'm guessing you're a Hawk fan. So you won't like Essendon. Like, I always found the sports psychology when we're talking about goal kicking very funny that the club actively went about that drop punt, which to me, watching Harry when he was a junior, he hit round the corners all the time. Hey, mate, you were very good though last week, mate. I'm very impressed by the Hawks, brother. And a free kick here to Mitch G. I haven't, mate. I haven't. I do like a little bit of Louis Theroux, though. Whatever happened to Belle Delphine? Ben, mate, it's one of them fascinating things. How does it happen? Some teams just do it, don't they? Like the workability of Essendon versus the ease. When 6, I agree. I mean, like to me, you look at great sports psychologists who have worked in single sport and team sport. As Mitch jocks it through, the amount of improvement that happens almost quickly from it, I would still say when I watch Carlton, they still have that mental fragility, which would then make me question why, if that's working. Because she was at North, wasn't she, before? And North had a lot of mistakes. North were a very mentally fragile club. So, I mean, fascinating. Stupid free kick, spot on. Mikhail, I couldn't agree more. Yeah, you build that pressure up and then a chopping free. Not really the pay, is it? Ben does that a lot, though, from behind. Fair play to Bell, mate. Make your money, get out of there. You know what I really do find just fascinating about football is that we've got, the Bunnings Bunnings garden chairs shot from 45 behind. You know what? Xavier Dersma, he's just stagnated, hasn't he? Since leaving Port. I can't think of any, Chris, actually. But then again, I only know Carlton's just because I'm a Carlton fan, so I could be totally wrong. If anyone in chat has seen their sport shrink on the bench, let me know. I know Chelsea did it for a while. I think he's behind. I think, Ben, my issue with Essendon is I think this is a very fair game in the trade draft window. And I think Essendon have played old school ruthless for 6 years. So I don't think they've had the benefits that other clubs with a more measured approach have got. Because Essendon attracting talent just hasn't happened, has it? Which it should do for a club of that stature. Easy ball though. Tom Edwards, he has a shot at goal. Essendon looking. It's interesting when six because, like, you know, having been to a sports psychologist myself and worked with them, I genuinely can see the benefit in a team sport. But it is fascinating because I don't think I've seen any improvement dramatically from Carlton. I still see a very 2016 team. Definitely been wasteful, Sniper Hawk. I don't know what you think about that, but I just think I look at Carlton. I haven't seen any linear improvement. Been very quiet, hasn't he, Connor? Inside 50 count, yeah. Wasteful though, hasn't it? It's been very wasteful. Dangerous handball. Picks his pocket. If he brings it under control, he does. Probably one of the worst handballs you've ever seen, though, there from Harrison Jones. Hey, old mate, it's going to be one of them slugfests, isn't it? This is Sunday afternoon, and you go down to watch Whitby play Cannington Town. Do you know what I mean? Cannington Town. Nice 0-0 in the pouring rain. So Alia bobs it up to Jace Burgoyne. Burgoyne flips it across to Asava. Sam Powell Pepper looks like he has fist fights for fun. There we are. Inside out handball and Port go throwing. Nice little handball. Sam Powell Pepper gets the ball from Berry. Bounces inside 50. On top of the goal square. Chaotic. Tell you what, McGrath should be pinged holding the ball there. He's not. Mate, great shout. But you know what I'm like, Scotty? I'm not a big fan of hyphenated names. Not a big fan. But there is a fair few in that team, isn't there? We've got Powell Pepper, haven't we? Jason on Francis, Burn Jones. Sam Powell Pepper nearly did a miracle then. I think the good teams, though, you know, the good teams, like when we're talking about sports, the good teams, to answer Wensix and Slobbo's question, I think have real good accountability, but they also have real good expression on and off the field. And you watch Carlton off the field and on the field, I think the ability to be yourself and be free is incredibly important for sportsmen. And that goes back to the 70s and the 60s, where it was probably more accepted than it is now. As the ball comes inside 50, Joe Berry's probably wrestled off the ball there. Probably a free. Ben Mackay coughs it up straight away. But I think when you look at the top teams in the league, Sydney, Brisbane, Hawthorn, look at how much fun they have out there, how they're free to express themselves, how they're free to take off. And you look at Carlton, they're very rigid. It's like they're always waiting for someone to tell them what to do. Do you know what I mean? Always waiting for them. And I think that rubs off. Like, particularly when you work at certain places where it's stifled, you see how that affects people. Oh, mate, mate, this is definitely you and me are going down and getting ourselves a hot bovril 5 minutes in. Do you know what I mean? So I always question that. Even when I hear like Carlton players particularly speak, sound the most monotonal players I've ever seen. And then I've seen them off duty. They're not like that. I think it stifles your creative freedom. I see that a lot in Port as well. Find Port are quite stifled. Melbourne are very stifled as well. There's some big personalities at Melbourne. They're quite stifled. But when you look at the other teams, there's a real freedom, a real exuberation. Oh, mate, a hot bovril on a cold day, mate. Oh, get it in me. So another mistake leads to a shot goal. Joe Berry looks like he does a real good rendition of Crocodile Shoes. Absolute missed. Tell you what, this game could be a war of attrition. Tell you what, Essendon really struggle with uncontested possessions. Another shocking handball, putting them under all sorts of strife. Big tackle there by Gresham, though. Good effort. Look at that Essendon fan. He's feeling it. Yeah, but Slobber, I always think pressure in life and outside of life is a self-manifestation. But particularly when it's at work, I think, like, to me, I think it's unforgivable in a team sport that pressure can get to you because there's so many of you. Hey, mate, genuinely, though, I like the slogfest, mate. I don't know about you. I like it. I like a war of attrition. Yeah, but Wensix, I think that is the culture, isn't it? I genuinely think, and I think when you see bad teams, I think that happens as well. And I think that might be a transition from Old Carlton to New Carlton. I actually prefer Marmite to Vegemite. Don't mind a hot Marmite. And there's another free kick for Mitchy G. Mitchy G's dining out. Yeah, but hey, black and white, are you, mate? Genuinely, Scotty, though, I don't believe that. And I think when you look at the weaker teams in the AFL, you can kind of see that. Double dummy, I think that is a very good thing, right? That again is probably the intrinsic pressure of a football club. Like you look at I always look at Fly at Collingwood. Fly at Collingwood talks about he'd rather a player turn the ball over doing the right thing than trying to play safe. And when you have that kind of confidence to be yourself, I think that is incredibly, incredibly important. And I think some teams really do lack it. But the AFL is a closed community, isn't it? And I think some of the bigger clubs like Essendon and Carlton, they really do struggle to adapt to a modern day age as an old closed up community. Jace Burgoyne delivers it in. Ollie Wines off the back of a pack and another behind. Tell you what, this is a great game for the Partisan. But you look at a lot of them clubs. When you look at all the other clubs, I agree, old mate. But when you look at the other clubs as well, like you look at Carlton, for instance, when we had Daisy Thomas, he was constantly criticised internally and externally for being a little bit exuberant. But every great team has a class clown, don't they? I don't mind the shortening up. I said this last week. I don't know if you're here, Ben. Massive mark again from Mitchy G. I'd like to see throws. There's been quite a few throws in this game. Mitchy G is having a blinder, and they've put Ridley on him now, and it's going the same way as it went when they had Ben Mackay on him. Scott has to make that change. Good leading, though, by Mitch. Don't you think Mitch would be the best player in the world to play Ken in a Barbie AFL remake? Mitchy G starts it right, doesn't draw back. 17-0. I agree, Scott. I mean, I think, like, I always refer back to my pop during the war. And, like, he used to say, like, you know, the people that keep your spirits up really do help you when the time is shit. And I just think everyone, like, particularly at Carlton, is serious, isn't it? I mean, can you imagine? They all look like, I think Charlie would probably be the only one that would relax me. I agree, Shazy, he should be. I genuinely want to see throws cold more as well, mate, because how many times do you see it? Like, we talked about it in the Geelong versus North game, and it actually created 2 goals for Geelong. And I was like, the momentum has already shifted. Harrison Jones can't quite take the mark. Nick Martin was spending it before he earned it. He's ushered out of it. Willie Rioli pops it out to Joe Richards. He gets it forward a bit, and Port sail away with it. Darcy Byrne-Jones looking like a guy that would definitely be the runner if you were going to break into a house. Gets it back. Can I just say, Essendon defensively might be the most banter in the world. Good goal by Boak. Don't know why you're getting stressed, mate. Tell you what, Jesus. Essendon, their back half of the ground is frighteningly bad. Like, this was kind of a nothing ball inside 50. So Byrne-Jones just pops it up onto the square, right? And then out of nowhere, Jackson Pryor just double fist spoils it straight above his head. But even the play at the other end, like, Nick Martin was thinking about handballing it before, but Ridley and Pryor there, fuck me. Like, that is, don't know what Jackson Pryor's getting leery about. Well, how much is Barras on? How much is Barras on? Do you know what I mean? How much is he on? He can't be on as much as Ben Mackay. Ball comes in from that free kick. Who is the number 1 draft pick this year? There's quite a few there to look out for, but guy I'm really looking at, Danny Annabelle, could be a really, really solid player. Depends if he goes high with him being a Brisbane Academy player. Free agent wise, probably Dyson Sharp. Dyson Sharp would be up there, but he's a mid as well. Tall defenders, Cody Curtin would probably be the best Cody Curtin in the draft. He's Danny Curtin's brother. $800K. Yeah, I mean, that's mental, isn't it? That you can nearly get 2 Barasses for 1 Ben. Like, I appreciate it was to walk on free agency, so he will get paid more, but that's a lot of fucking coin, isn't it? That's a lot of coin. So that is quarter time anyway. And probably a fair result, if we're honest. Probably a fair result. Port definitely been the best side in that one. Essendon been very wasteful with the ball. Very wasteful down back. How much was Perriman, though? Wasn't like Perriman like 800, though? 850? Which you'd imagine was front-ended. It was something like that. I know it was less than 1 million, but over 3/4. Tyler Gresham isn't so bad. He'll be around that 50 mark. He'll be around that 50 mark. He'll be around it. Yeah, but I don't know what you guys think in chat, but I'm a big advocate that I think free agency needs to be got rid of. And once you're in the last 6 months of the contract, you can sign for whoever you want, whenever you want. I don't know what you guys think about that, but genuinely for mine, I just think it's a little bit of a joke. Like, why should, like, no offense to St Kilda, but why should St Kilda benefit for not signing Josh Battle earlier? And I know, because I think it would put more restrictions on the salary cap, that I think a lot of teams wait till the end so they can renegotiate others. Make it harder. In my opinion, I would make it harder. I would have no comp apart from players under the age of 21. Do you know what I mean? Under the age of 21. But I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a big fan. I agree, Ben. I agree, Ben. I couldn't agree with more with you. Like, I'd have it like the EPL. 6 months into the contract, you can negotiate with any other club. Like, put a bit of onus on it. I agree when 6. And, like, to me, like, you look at Carlton. Let's say if TDK walks, Carlton will get a first rounder where their original pick was, one after the pick that's with Hawthorn. Mental decision to me. Like, genuinely, and loads of people used to ask me all the time. I've had Collingwood fans, I've had St Kilda fans saying, let's see what happens when it's a Carlton player. I stand by it. Carlton should be entitled to zero compensation for Tom De Koning, in my opinion. In my opinion, zero compensation. Carlton should have signed him last year or renegotiated his deal in 2023 when he started to show something. It should be a focus on your cap management and a focus on you selling the future of the club to a young player. I hate the compensation system. I think it's gross. It depends what category it is, though, when 6. So from memory, Eddie Betts was a low-paying deal when he was a non-free agent. Wasn't he? He was unrestricted. From memory. Could be wrong. We're going back a long way, mate. You're really testing my... let's Google that. Make sure I haven't just totally made it up. So he was a restricted 3 agent in 2023. So looking at this, let's look at the contract offer. So he moved 2013. Has they made an amendment to the compensation comp pick? So yeah, there you are. So it looks like it looks like here, looking at this. Tell you what, AFL news reporting in 2013 was fucking piss, wasn't it? Fascinating. It looks like here, just by reports, it was a band 4. So in them days, obviously, there was no compensation pick for that player. I agree with you, Sniper Hog. There's loads of amendments I made. Double Dummy, I agree with you as well on that one. For me, I just think we shouldn't have it. But, like, to me, you know, with the father sons, I've said this for years, I think that should be traded for, because I don't understand. If I have pick 1 and I can't take the best player, how the fuck do I just go down to number 2? Thank you, Mrs. P, we love you. So the second quarter. And we're off. MDI, is that why they have the amendment now where that doesn't count? No, is that the 2015 amendment where there is no, like, offset? But I agree with you, Sniper Hawk. I've always said I think there should be a pre-list before the draft. Because I don't understand. If I was, like, North Melbourne, let's say I have pick 1, why the fuck can't I take the best player? Yeah, but Scotty, I agree with you. Like, to me, because there's no benefit, is there? So, like, to me, I genuinely believe that it should be traded for, and there should be some benefit for the team not getting that player. Like Gold Coast the other year with Walter. Like, I remember saying it, Hawthorn were ripped off in that draft. They're rebuilding, and they can't take the best available player. What? Are we a real league? Like, how can Richmond's draft strategy at the moment be dictated to by the ball bag of a player 20 years ago? Like, it makes no sense. MDR, I remember it well. It was the first year I started supporting Carlton, so it was one of the first players I looked at. Did they really? I've never drank water at a sporting event. But I remember, I don't know if you were around at the time, Sniper Hawk. I was huge on Hawthorn's rebuild being the best I've ever seen. And that was my big rant. I was like, how are Hawthorn getting fucked by everyone else? So Essendon frantically trying to get it out here, and they're pegged in. Big fishes. I won't be surprised to see a Tasmanian boy go over there. Kobe McKercher. Lockie Weller. Hey, mate, I like bringing a packed lunch. I actually think Wensick, they won't go big name. I think they'll go, like, good core. I think they'll spread their load. So another switch by Port. Port have really hemorrhaged Essendon in here. Essendon really dropped. Excellent from the umpire as well. Probably been their best defender, Essendon. Hasn't he? Great defending. Cowan, I could see. Darcy Burn-Jones banks it. Yes, they are, Ben. They are. Yeah, Chase Jones, good shout. I could see. I think they'll learn from the other two new teams that the best thing to do is get like a local contingent in ASAP Rocky. I don't mind bringing a packed lunch, mate, to the footy. I'll rate that from you, Scotty. What sandwiches are we going with? Talk to me. And do you cook sandwiches in triangles or rectangles? Pom cotter? Hey, mate. If I was Tasmania, without a shadow of a doubt, I'd take horse. Pom cotter, I could say it'd be a good place. We'll definitely do that, Double Dummy, if you're interested. Riley Sanders, great shout. Dylan Shield, straight out. A nice cheeky push by Sam Draper. He gets pinged. I really hope Tasmania do. Like, I've got a soft spot for them because I watch the juniors, and Tasmania are the team I always go for. I don't think they'll get like an A grade talent. I think they'll get like a real solid talent. Oh, Scotty, mate, I love you on that. What are we having on the sunnies, though? Smegoff, I rate the fact you took a chicken teriyaki sub to the footy. Mate, you have no idea how much you've gone on my estimations. Nick Martin, sensible, goes backwards. Zach Merritt has a shot goal. Zach Merritt just slightly becoming... Oh, what has he done there? What has he done? Bit of work to do, and tell you what, they have coughed up What should have been a shot at goal. I have actually liked it. I've liked Razor as well. I'll rate a team that wears green, mate. What? Why would he give that off there? And why would he hit a floaty kick? Beggars belief. Essendon have made some absolute crazy decisions in this game. I reckon that will do. Harley Reid. It'd be interesting to see. I can't see it. Nate Caddy does well to use gravity to bring the ball down. Pops it up inside 50. Behind. I agree, Scotty. I think a lot of Tasmanians will work. I mean, one thing that's fantastic about Tasmania is they massively support their teams, don't they? Like, look at the cricket, the BBL. Like, they do really well with it. So I actually think you're probably lucky that Tasmanians are probably vehemently fans of their local. Spot on, Sniper Hawk. So I think they'll actually build like a good solid category of players like Lockie Weller and stuff who'll get them ready so they're vaguely competitive now, but with a local sense and feel. Sampao Pepper digs one up, and Mitchie G has another shot at goal. Yeah, so I mean, I'll give the Tasmanians that. I mean, one amendment I'd make, I don't know what you feel like this, is I would make their first year all home games. Spot on, old mate. Like they're a passionate bunch, so I'd probably give them home games all their first year as well. I've got no issue with that. Like I'm sure there'll be an AFL club who'll cry about it though. Oh, it's not fair. Got to travel to Tasmania. Mitchie G, shocking kick. Tell you what, Essendon holding on. Why can't they do that though, Double Dummy? Because I think that just helps them create one, familiarity with the sport, and two, it gives Tasmania a chance to really bed in. Like, because everyone's disadvantaged then, aren't they? So like, because Tasmania ain't winning it year one. The fuck are we checking here? Yeah, maybe. I mean, but clever Smegoff. I've got to say, I haven't been. I'd love to go to Tasmania more. Scotty, honestly, mate, you made me laugh, bro. You fucking make me laugh, bro. In it. Spot on, Jack. How are you, mate? You eat? So a good bit of football from Port. Port being the dominant side in this. Essendon are lucky to be 2 goals down, littered with mistakes. They've drafted just bombs inside 50 and hoping it works out. Handballs just to trouble all the time, and they could be punished again. What's going on here? How good was Red Dwarf, chat? Hey, mate, we've got one. Nice little switch here. Bit of work to do for Essendon. Essendon need the next goal. Handball out to Redman. Why is every handball and kick Essendon do like a metre too short? They've got the out here. Zach Merritt really needs to hit a target. He goes back inside. Jai Caldwell, the only player I've ever seen spin back into trouble and then cough the ball up to Joe Berry. Look at Brad Scott. Brad Scott must give some of the best sprays. There's poor and then there's what we're seeing. It's just genuine, uncontested bobbins, isn't it? Big mark there. They go quickly. They've even balls that up. That kick there, legit, is absolutely diabolical. Did the Americans really do a Red Dwarf? You know, the other day I watched an In-Betweeners episode, and it was the American one. Just don't work. I don't think the Americans can copy British sense of humour. It comes across dickhead when they do it. Good day, Maz. How are you, my lovely? Oh, mate, some of these kicks have been... honestly, they've made Stephen Hawking look good with foot skills, some of them. So we've got boundary throw 12 minutes in. You know what? Like, you've got to love the Yanks. But, like, fuck me. Some of the stuff that they just, like, copy. It's like The Office. The American Office, I don't get it. The British one's brilliant. In-Betweeners UK, brilliant. American, it doesn't work. Double W, mate, honestly, some classics from Red Dwarf. They did a Kath and Kim. Oh, my God. Love you too, Jack. Death at a Wedding. You know what, though, is weird? Is American, like, comedies on its own aren't so bad when it's their own written ones. Like, Americans are quite funny. It's just weird that they try and nuance foreign shows that I think are really nuanced. Yeah, I remember watching Top Gear US. It was basically, yeah. It didn't work. Sleazy old Englishmen worked well. Did Australia do an Office? Tell you what, Tiger Time makes a real good point. It's only 2 goals and Essendon can get away with it. Yeah, mate, you see, Americans do their own stuff. They need to back themselves in. What happened to the Australian version of The Office? Did he really? I need to watch this. Yeah, but I think like English humour can circumstance everything. But that is everyone took a sickie. Work from home. The Australian Office. I feel like... Yeah, but you see, the wonderful thing, Wensix, about The Office is it's so anti-PC, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like, because we all have bosses like that as well. Like, you know what was amazing about The Office? Why it's so good is every boss is like that. You've always got a boss at work who tries to be your mate. Do you know what I mean? Who tries too hard to be liked, and he either insults everyone or he's just a boffin. It's quality. I love it. It's like In-Betweeners. All of us have a mate in that group in the UK. So Port really playing well. I need to watch it on Prime now and just hate myself. Cheers, chat. Yeah, you've given me something this weekend when I need to just forget about football. I'll watch it and I'll fucking hate it and I'll feel better about everything. Tell you what, Essendon in trouble again. They've brought everyone down back now. Jason Horne-Francis to Rioli. Tell you what, there's like 18 players in D50 here. Essendon are flooding it. Skins, mate. That's another good show. Mate, I'm telling you. Yeah, In-Betweeners, we all had a mate from them different people as well. We all have a J. We all have a J. Every friendship group has a J in it. And you know what? It's just good, honest lying. Old mate, it's what happens in the watch-alongs. Lucinda's in chat. Good to see. Number 96. Is that a play on 69? Essendon go coast to coast. Seen the extras with Ricky Gervais, yeah. I'm a big Ricky Gervais fan. That was coast to coast there. Dylan Shield rolling back the years with an absolute peach. I'm a big fan of Ricky Gervais. I think it's good humour. Very, very good humour. Don't take himself too serious either. Harrison Jones, then. This would be huge, this. Behind. Who's the worst Mackay? It's got to be Ben, hasn't it? Because at least Harry's won a Coleman. Was number 96 just a play on 69? Was that just subconsciously? Derek is very good. I remember there was only one person I grew up with that had Sky, and there was like a channel. It was like 972, and that was like called Babe Station. And we used to find it hilarious when we stayed at his house because his mum would always embarrass him by saying, "None of them blue movies." That when we went to bed, we'd wake up, turn it up, and then we'd change it to that channel and then turn the TV off. And every time he copped a bollock, and it was absolutely quality. Shot from a tight angle, and Essendon survive. Essendon are on the ropes here. Tiger time, it hasn't been great football. Scott, mate, I love you. I love you. See, I was raised by my grandparents, so like any nudity or anything like that was incredibly awkward around my nana. Because do you remember the TV show Rome? I haven't seen it yet, the Robbie Williams one. I want to see it. Do you remember Rome, the TV show? Like, that was quite graphic, like, for nudity and for, like, death. And I watched that with my nana, and she wasn't. It was, like, so awkward. Like, I couldn't look at her. I haven't seen White Gold. I might have to check that out. Which two's he got in? Big roost from 55. Aaliyah gets out in front. What is Ivan Soldo doing? And that's her behind. Look at them Essendon fans. They are fuming. I did indeed. Rick Mail. You can't beat a bit of bottom. This tip ain't looking good, but they are clinging on. Probably not when 6, I'll be totally honest. League of Gentlemen. Yeah, I do. My mate from down south used to take the piss. Do you remember the shop owners? My mate used to take the piss because he reckoned I used to talk like him. The young one's brilliant. Joe Berry gets the free kick, and this will be a dagger in this game. Yeah, Rome was really good. I'll definitely check it out, Bifford. Cheers for the recommendation. I'm putting White Gold in to my thing. And I'm also going to type in what the hell is Phimosis. Big intercept mark by Whit. Don't Google that and click images by accident. Some of us do have them. Very good show. Oh, Betty. Very good show. Tell you what, if Essendon cop a goal here, WWE, I already did it, and I accidentally clicked images as well, mate. So, bad times. Dancing from Willie Rioli. There's no way that was 15. Essendon under all sorts here. Willie Rioli scoops it up. That's got to be ball. Well, I mean, the game is incredibly tight. They did call it, mate. We've got 2 for us. How's that not a push in the back on Draper? It is! Tell you what, if Essendon get a goal here, they'll get an absolute placking. And it's a 50! They'll get an absolute shellacking from Brad. Two goals, 9 is absolutely banter. Did you guys have Last of the Summer Wine over here? The Britas Empire. What a show. Oh, mate. You are going right back there. Love the British Empire. Tell you what, Jason on Francis does incredibly well to keep that in. Put himself under pressure, though. Essendon going up a bit. Downfielder. Dragged him to the ground. Hey, slobber. I'm smart. I'm not that smart. Bombers fans, look at fucking Jesus. Look at Postman Pat there. Going off. You know what? You don't hear much from Bombers fans, and considering, I mean, this is rich coming from a Carlton fan, but considering that they've been quite bad for a long time, you would have thought that they would have got a lot more angry than they have. That's probably a good call, Jeff, actually. It's very similar, isn't it, actually? Because it's British trying to be light. Yeah, I can see your similarities, mate, actually. I've never actually thought of it until you said. It's basically the office in a gym. In a sports centre, as they're called in the UK. Makes sense, Double W, but it was a long time ago, wasn't it? It does feel like they have been kind of very quiet for a team that... I say this all the time. If you were a young kid, surely you want to play Carlton, Collingwood, and Essendon, Richmond. Surely they're the teams you want to play for. Steve Coogan, he divides people, mate, for some of his views, but he was very popular in the early 90s. So was Ben Houghton. Don't know if you've heard of Ben Houghton. And Badil and Skinner, real working class heroes as well. They used to be really popular in the 90s, noughties, but nowadays, being working class is a bad word. It's fascinating, isn't it? Essendon have done very well to stay in this. Big intercept. Yeah, but it's just weird, Sandra, isn't it, that the players don't... I mean, the fans don't seem to give it. I'm a big Morrissey man. G'day, Nick. How you doing? It's just fascinating, though, WWE, isn't it? You wouldn't have thought a club as big as Essendon, because they are big, even though they're our rivals, have that much... It feels like they've really accepted being mediocre for a long time. Scott, I agree. I would imagine, though, a Victorian young lad, you'd want to play for one of the big historical clubs, wouldn't you? Me personally, as a foreigner, I think I'm a good judge. in the terms of what you'd want to play for. I'd want to play for one of these historical names. Xavier Dursma dances. Essendon, if they can get it, is that a mark or was it touched? It looks like a mark he's paid. And that's huge. I always thought that making them play 12-year-olds was ridiculous. Do you remember that, Sandra? The AFL punishments on salary caps, it needs to be like a restriction on recruiting senior players for like 6 or 7 years. A salary cap reduction, something like that. Something that makes the club have to galvanise, so you've got to renegotiate contracts. I feel like depriving you of rebuilding is not cool. Jade Gresham from in front kicks the goal. And you know what? This is a problem for Port. They have been the better side for probably 25 minutes. And the fact that they are ahead, that they are only 3 points behind, big loss. I agree, Scotty, but like I still think you saw Liverpool, who didn't win anything for like 20 years. People still wanted to go and play for them. I still think the brand is big. And I would have thought there'd be a level of arrogance from a player that, imagine being the player that wins Carlton a flag or Essendon a flag. Huge. I tipped Essendon too, Nick. So we can be mad together. And there is the half. An absolute balmy half. It has to be said. It has to be said. An absolute balmy half. Where Port were the best side for 20 minutes of that quarter. And somehow will go into the halftime break just 3 points ahead. 3 points ahead. And that is really the tale of the tape. Both sides couldn't hit a cow's ass with a banjo. And it was really, really poor at times. Really poor. Really, really poor. So, a lot of work to do for both sides, if we're honest. Love you, Scott. Love you, mate. But we've got a big second half coming up in this next half. Has to be said. A lot of work to do for Port, but for Essendon, they'll be have. Laser's spot on. It's a strong midfield. It just doesn't seem to get the results, does it? But we will be back in, let's say, 8:50. We'll be back. I need to go to the toilet. So definitely need to get a drink and go to the toilet. So I'll be back in 10 minutes. Talk amongst yourselves. And you know what? I'll give you. I worked really hard on this, so let me know what you think of this. But I have created a new style of video. So let me know what you think. And if you do like it, please let me know. It's always good to hear feedback from you guys and girls, because you are what makes the channel. But I did a tipping video and we went a bit editing crazy. And let's see if you enjoy it. So we'll put this on and I'll be back in 10 minutes, which is about the video. Oh, Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes? Welcome, everyone, back to the channel. I'm PommyInOz, and obviously I am a Pom in Australia. And last week we had more drama in the AFL than your standard episode of Home and Away. Fremantle, oh, them Dockers. What happened, lads? Led Sydney for 103 minutes, only to cough up the lead with 10 minutes to go. Talking about snatching defeat from the jaws of victory, they'll need to shake that off quickly. This week is Derby week. No hiding places. Meanwhile, Adelaide Crows, they are absolutely flying. Another dominating showing. They're buzzing around like bees at a family picnic. Up next, they've got the bouncing Kangaroos, though, fresh off a big win themselves against the Demons. Tell you what, it's going to be tastier than a bacon butty on a Sunday morning after a university Saturday night out. Who's going to be laughing? Who's going to be grafting? Round 3. Let's run that intro. Get stuck in. Right then, who's going to be laughing all the way to 4 points this week? Here are the standout tips that should have fans smiling brighter than me after a kebab on one of them university nights out. We start off St Kilda. They look dead and buried after round 1. They go up against the Tigers this week. The last week they rose faster than my nan's Yorkshire puddings. 98-91 point win to Geelong, showing fight, bottle, and incredible structure. Incidentally, fight, bottle, and structure were the 3 things Richmond left behind last week. They travelled to the Adelaide Oval, losing 140 points to 68 to Port. Sorry, Tigers fans, but I think Saints will be laughing this week. Brisbane Lions versus Geelong at the Gabba. Talk about champions flexing their muscles. 2 from 2 so far. Tight one against Sydney. Epic comeback versus the Eagles. They showed the difference between title contenders and bottom 4 pretenders. Geelong, they were great versus Fremantle, but melted faster than an ice cream on a Sorrento summer's day against the Saints. Brisbane at the Gabba, Brisbane laughing all day. Adelaide versus the Roos next. Adelaide, they're flying higher than pigeons up at Piccadilly Circus. Dominant last week, full of confidence. North had a good win against the D's, but I reckon the Crows' speed, class around the contest will have the Roos chasing shadows on this one. Mark my words, Adelaide fans, you'll be laughing at the end of this game. You'll be laughing all the way to the bank. Gold Coast versus Melbourne. Finally, Gold Coast kicked off their season with a massive win versus the Eagles. Fair play. Dimmer's men looked absolutely solid. Melbourne, though, dear oh dear, humiliated last week by North, edged out in a close one by the Giants. Demons seem to be wobbling bad. They say Suns don't like to travel, but this week I think they'll have the Demons feeling a little bit hot under the collar than me doing the gardening in a 40-degree summer day. Suns laughing all the way in this one. We've had a bit of a laugh at the teams who got graft ahead of them in the weekend. Here's the teams who I think need to put in a proper shift. Otherwise, they'll be looking dafter and try and Vegemite toast for the first time. Essendon, Port. Oh dear, Bombers fans, look away now. 0-2, losses against the Hawks and Crows. There's more pressure building at Tullamarine than I had on my wedding day. Port might have had their ups and downs. They got battered by the Pies first game, battered Tigers back. But Essendon have some graft ahead of them in this game at home. Or, I think, questions to be asked of Scott. Carlton fans, how does it feel to have that horrible Owen Wilson tag? 0-2. Lost Harry, humbled by the Tigers, outclassed by the Hawks. Pressure is absolute building now. The Bulldogs, though, they've been defiant. They've been stubborn in the injury crisis, and they're harder to break down than getting onto the M1 on a Friday after work. Carlton, roll up your sleeves. Draft time in this one. Hawthorn versus GWS. In what is better than this? Hawks flying high. Big wins against the Swans, Bombers, and the Blues. Giants, though, they aren't mugs. Big win versus the Pies. Tight, edgy one versus the D's. This is going to be tighter by Uncle Terry on payday. Whoever comes out on top here, definitely be the grafters of the week. Brilliant contest. Adelaide versus North. Crows have smashed through the Saints and the Bombers. 2 60-plus beltings. Absolute scenes down in South Australia. North, though, they've shown courage. They've shown a bit of grit and a lot of fight. Dismantling the Demons after narrowly falling short against the injury-laden Dogs. Roos will need to put their graft up to level 10 to stop the Crows flying. No room for slacking in this one. And then the Western Derby. Derby Day is here. 2 teams badly need to get off that 0-win column. Eagles and the Dockers both winless. Eagles blown away by the Suns, folded like an omelette versus the Lions. 3-0, big 20-point lead, then got humbled, and Geelong gave them a right old pasting. Both sides under more pressure than I bout during Christmas dinner. Time to graft. Risk it all or be embarrassed. So we've seen who's laughing, seen which games are going to be grafting. But let's look at the bold call. Tom's confident one. Going to shock you. Gather round. It's time. I'm going to go big here. I'm going to go with the Crows to hand off another proper hiding by 50 point plus. It's coming your way. It's all to play out. Roos are going to come out firing early doors, grunt, spirit, hopping around, courage. They're going to give it a right crack. Maybe even take an early lead. Then the way Adelaide have been playing after half time, they've got more gears than Lewis Hamilton in a Ferrari at the minute. By the time we hit the fourth quarter, the Roos will have run themselves ragged and the Crows will be switching on the afterburners. Expect Rankine, Rochelle, and Adelaide's midfield to explode late, scoring quicker than your mate when he hears last orders. Sorry, no fans, it's going to be valiant, this one. Crows will have you chasing shadows come final silence. That's the bold call for round 3. Cross the ring 50 plus, pulling away late in style. When it happens, you all owe me a cuppa and a biscuit. So let's get into the tips. Bombers versus Port. Bombers to finally get off the mark on this one. Essendon by 12. Pressure relief. Bombers at last. Blues under some serious heat. Time to step up. Tough. I think the Doggies are going to scrape this one by 6. Melbourne versus Gold Coast. Demons could be in trouble. Gold Coast to prove that it's not just Guinness that doesn't have a reputation of travelling, but does hit the spot. Suns by 21. Saints rising. Tigers rebuilding. Saints to cruise home in this one by 25. Hawks versus GWS. Hawks are flying like Concorde in the 90s. Hawks to edge this one out. Surprise a few. Comfortable 26-point win for them. Brisbane versus Geelong. Lions too classy at home. Gabba Fortress intact. Brisbane 21. Bold alert. Crows flying high. Late home blitz by the Crows. Crows by 64. And huge pressure on both in the derby here. I'm going to go with the Dockers to bounce back. Dockers by 14. Bragging rights secured. Right-o, champs, they are my tips. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Get nattering in the comments below. Give me some of your bold calls. I love reading them. You've heard my time. Now it's your turn. Get your tips in the comments. Tell me who's laughing. Hey guys, how we doing? Let's go back to big screen. So we have got the second half about to entertain. Did you like the new editing of that? Did you enjoy it? Did you find it fun to watch? Let me know. Bit of work went in that. Working on the old edited at Pommy HQ. Nice cup of tea. You can't beat it. You can't beat it, can you? Big game tomorrow. Is that an early kickoff for a Saturday? I mean, a Friday. 7 o'clock. Oh, I was going to say, starting well early, aren't they, on that fixture? Should be about. We've got some really good games. Which games are you looking forward to this weekend, chat? Which games? Does anyone find John Ralph the most irritating of the football analysis? Night, mate. Love you. Hawks versus GWS. We're live for that one, Sandra, so you can chill out. Who are you tipping in that one? I've gone Hawks. In it. Night, Z. Love you, mate. I am. I can say goodnight to you, Car. Oh, well, we don't always have to listen to Mum, mate. Hawks, but GWS need to learn how to win in Melbourne. Spot on. They're in Tassie, I think, in it for that game from memory. Food Forest Oz, mate. He's a Port fan there. Going well so far. Chris, what's irritating? What's irritating, my friend? Talk to me. Do you find it amazing Hawks win in Tassie so frequently? I know they've got it's technically a home game, but it is a foreign ground, isn't it, to them? Mate, British Foreign Office is the best. Gotta say, he's been a bit more impactful, hasn't he, in recent months as Ollie? Nice to see. I'm really liking Jace Burgoyne, though. I am really liking what I'm seeing from him. I do like the cut of his jib. How is the ankle going as well, Sandra? Recovery going well? Is it? I hope it is. Are we on some good stuff? Are we on codeine? They put me on codeine when I broke my foot. I had Diamorph as well for the first couple of days, which was really sick. Was really sick. That was good. Codeine was all right. Good times. Oh, Ralph, yeah, he's. You know what though? Like, do you find it weird at halftime, Chris, that we just talk about the fucking news? Like, why don't we talk about the game in question? Broken fibula, tibia, and displaced ankle. Jesus, what did you do? Yeah, I always find it weird at half time. Hey, Beachy, the birthday boy. How you doing, mate? Do you have a good birthday? Did we? What did you slip on? Was it wet? Or did you do a me and stand on a skateboard? Kick the TV. Third op. Jesus, Sandra. Well, you've done a good job anyway. I mean, at least if you're gonna have some sick days. Wet ground. Ample as well. Good place to do it. Jesus, that's quite a decent fall as well. Well, I'm glad you're okay to an extent that you can still talk to us. Because your tibia is like halfway up between your knee and your ankle, in it. Let's go back to Pom. Because your fibula's the lower part of it, innit? And your tibia's like the middle, innit? I just made that up. Could have done. Slater and Gordon, mate, where there's blame, there's a claim. Pretty chill birthday. Mate, they're the best ones, though, sometimes. Just spending it with a bit of your people you love. Well, you've done well there, Sandra. At least you've got like a well-rounded break. Yeah, it's crazy. You guys, I always forget that you guys have to pay. Like the only time I've ever had to call an ambulance was for Mrs. P in her second baby, who just started to come. And obviously you get that free if it's a baby. Because it's if you die or you have a baby, you get it free, don't you? Nice of them. You know what I mean? I remember getting the sheet because I had to follow, because I had to do something with the eldest at the time to get down there with Mrs. P. And I never forget the invoice coming through, but it was like if she dies was first. If the patient passes away, I'm like, oh damn. It's crazy though, isn't it? Like that's something you forget as a POM. We get it free. It's WA, isn't it, Chris? Isn't it covered by the tax? Fractured motorbike, mate. Motorbikes, they're dangerous. Fascinating, isn't it? Just how different parts of the world have it. I'd imagine though in Victoria, isn't it free if you're on like a pension? They surely don't charge like pension holders ambulances, do they? Because I always find it weird as well that your fire service, they're not fully part time as well. Because like the POMs, they're all full time. Oh, that sucks, Sandra. Yeah, I remember that. Isn't WA? It's like I'm pretty sure it's like covered in your like tax, isn't it? Something your like land tax and stuff. Can't remember. Vaguely remember. Long time ago. Sniper, too true, too true. When Mrs. P decided to go into labour, though, she was at the other end of nowhere near me, and I was at work, so she chose the wrong time. But I got there for the birth. We are off in the third quarter. Centre clearance for Essendon straight into Caddy. He can't take the mark. Wrapped up. We have a stoppage. Fascinating that unbelievable, really, that we charge for ambulances. It is really expensive being sick. I agree, Sniper. Like they're brilliant, but it's like it's. You know what? Actually, you say this yesterday. My uncle-in-law had to get an ambulance, and it took them 2 hours. So he'd fallen in the shower. He's got a severe liver condition, and he passes out. And my father-in-law had to go and like rescue him, but he was waiting an hour, couldn't get up. Behind there for Essendon. He's okay now. Yeah, he's okay. But yeah, literally, when my father-in-law got there, he rang them. They said we're still another hour away, and they ended up turning up after 2 hours 50 minutes, and they come all the way like about 200 k's. That was at the border. They dispatched one from. Absolutely mental. Jace Burgoyne gets himself out of trouble. Bad time because it was my anniversary yesterday, so obviously we were here to help. But yeah, crazy. Crazy how it works. So 30-28 to Port. And Port in a bit of trouble here. Essendon really, if they can take the lead here, they'll be really happy. That might be it is. And a free kick is paid against Zach Merritt for holding the ball. Jordan Sweet will clean it out. The knee scooter, I've seen that. At least you can have a bit of fun with it, Sandra. Good kick there. Zach Merritt looking for options just outside 50. He goes short. Good kick. And Sam Durham will have a shot to give the Bombers the lead. Did you not do the crutches? I hate crutches. Dons aren't giving up, mate. Tell you what, they've come out with a bit of vigour, haven't they, in this second? And Sam Durham. Oh. It's reaching new heights, Albert. Jesus, that just when you thought the kicking couldn't he get any worse, old mate and Ben. Look, they that was bobbins, wasn't it? Tell you what though, Essendon 3 goals 10. They've had opportunities, kick blazes over everyone. Do you reckon he'll romp us? You know what? I read about that. How serious is his Tourette's though? Because surely you'd have to give leeway if he just randomly spurts out stuff, wouldn't you? Like, which is probably good for a footballer, isn't it? You can probably get away with quite a bit. Would be awkward, wouldn't it? If you put him on report. Can you imagine that live? Jordan Sweet dances. Missed. Can you imagine it though? I went to school with someone with Tourette's, and it was like more like physical tics, but like he would find it quite funny, just randomly swearing, knowing that the teacher wouldn't really do anything. So it was quite funny as a kid. Jai Caldwell steams through, and again another kick finds a Port defender. And Essendon will be looking. They've been the better team this first 4 minutes. How easy is it for Port to exit, though? Yeah, we're sending you our love, Sandra. And an easy kick inside. He straightens up, and a goal for Joe Richards. That is a dagger in the Essendon heart. Essendon works so hard for no reward. And Port again, end-to-end stuff. How easy is it? How easy, though, have Port exited D50? I'm a big fan of Joe Richards. That's quality rhombus, yeah. Yeah, we had a guy, Kevin, he was called, and it was more visual tics, like I say, but like it was like when we had a new teacher, his like niche was he would just like one of us would ask a question and he'd call us a very rude name, and the teachers would be like, oh, okay, just carry on. Got away with it. It was like a whole pass for him. Aaliyah drags it down. Dersman needs to take control of this. He goes backwards to go forwards. Another roost inside 50. Essendon just can't get clean hands. And again, Port just a handball out of trouble. So easy. Big tackle from Dersma, holding the ball. It is Biffa. And a free kick for Port. Port have been wasteful. It's a hard watch, isn't it? I'm starting having flashbacks, mate. No composure from Essendon. Composure, lad. Composure. How have they managed to hit Aaliyah every entry in the last 5? That's a gift. Spot on, old mate. Port exit out of the back half of the ground again. Ollie Wines pinged, gets it forward. Look at the running on from Port. Here we are. Essendon trying to make something happen. They've got the overlap here. Edwards in acres of space. No one picks him out. Steadies! Oh, tell you what. Jai Menzie finally has an inside 50. Well, the fish and chip shop, Scott. You might have. The sink might be screwed in the tap. And here we are, Jai Menzie. Big chance. Goal! Essendon pull it back within 2. And Essendon have been wasteful, to say the least. Look at the Essendon cheer squad. What a happy bunch. Look at Jai Menzie there. He looks like he's running through fucking molasses. Nothing worse, Scott, mate, than too much vinegar. I don't think you can have too much vinegar, though. If it's from the chippy. Can he beat it? Love a bit of vinegar on my chips. You don't really see that in Australian fish chip shops. Northern Queensland for free blue vinegar. Is that a Queensland thing? Because in Victoria, we don't seem to have vinegar, and it's always white vinegar, and white vinegar ain't right on fish and chips. It's got to be malt. And it? Like, it's got to be malt. Who wants white vinegar on their fucking chips? Oh, I'm with you, Rhombus. It's grouse. Could be in trouble here, Jace. He isn't. What's wrong with Zach Merritt? Do my kids ever jump on you? Not really, no. Kids are pretty good, man, when we're asleep. I don't mind chickens, though. I've got to say, Chris, I still miss fish and chips in the UK, mate. The 2 complaints I have in Australia that my wife hears every day for the 11 years of marriage is sausages are shit here and chippy chips are crap. I do love a bit of Bovril. I actually mentioned it earlier. I was telling old mate in here that if we were watching Dundee versus Dundee, we'd definitely be having some of that. Blazes a goal! Out of bounds on the full. Sam Durham, if he could kick, would be a tasty footballer. See, I'm a big haddock and place boy. Oh, Sturzma counted that mark. I don't think it counts. Skill errors are bad. The British ones are good. I haven't tried. There's meant to be a pom one in St Kilda that I might have to go and try, but I miss mushy peas and curry sauce, man. Miss curry sauce. Tell you what, Essendon getting a little bit of the rub of the green. Batter, mate, batter. I don't mind a grilled flake in Australia, though. But if I'm back home, and scraps, mate, scraps. Put my curry sauce in the scraps. Can he beat it? There's no way that's inbounds. Tell you what, Port might have dodged a bullet here. Essendon having it frantically catch their midfield. Oh, mate, curry sauce at the chip shop. Fuck me. Another level. Morecambe. Beautiful part of the world, mate. Good fish and chips in Morecambe and all. Don't mind cod. Don't mind cod. I don't mind cod if it's fish fingers. I do prefer haddock and plaice. Mooney Ponds. Up market, darling. You can't beat mushy peas, though. I'm telling you, like, you can't beat it. Oh, tell you what, Mitch can't get the mark. Mitch again. That's got to be Bo. Nick Martin driving him. Ah, Biffa. Now we're talking. Can't beat a chip butty, mate. In a proper bap as well. Delivers it from outside. A pie floater. I forgot what a pie floater is. What is... That's a South Australian thing, isn't it? Pie floater. A pie in pea soup. That sounds like it slaps, Rhombus. That sounds like it slaps. I am all over that. I love mushy peas. Oh, you know what? Me and Mrs. Pom were talking about this. Pea and ham soup is the tits. Yorkshire pudding, mate. It's another level. It's another level. Honestly, I'm telling you right now, me and Paul had this argument ages ago. Right? Because he's obviously pasta and tomato, well, dolmia sauce or whatever it is, bolognese sauce. We had this argument that gravy and Yorkshire pudding beats pasta and bolognese sauce. Hands down. Gravy and Yorkshire puddings, two of the greatest inventions for food of all time. Thank you, Mrs. P. Pea and ham soup spilled on you. Pea fritters. It's 3 a.m. out the club with pig. Hey, mate, everything's better out of the pub, 3 a.m. I'm hoping that Carlton win. Spot on, old mate. Gravy works on anything as well, mate. Like, gravy is another level of good. I will try a pea floater. Can I get a good pea floater in Melbourne? Where's a good place I could go for a pea floater? Mate, gravy's got to be homemade as well. I want none of this fucking granule shit. Do I like tikka masala? Yeah. Curry's English, mate. Don't let the Indians con you. Chicken and rice soup. I'm in. There's got to be a place that does a pie floater. Or would I have to make it myself? Nick, this is just a classic watch-along. Chat, educate me. Darcy Burne-Jones inside 50. Oh, onion gravy, mate. And that is a behind. Mate, tikka masala probably is pom and korma. What, you can't get a pie floater in Melbourne? I might have to make it myself, but like I feel like if I'm trying an Australian native cuisine, I think I need to get a professional to make. What has Jai Caldwell done there? Jai Caldwell literally is about as steady as Michael J. Fox holding Hot Bovril. Oh, the skills in this game. Sniper Hawk. Can I just say, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. You know, like, Pom, go to Adelaide, spunk up all your money at the casino, but you'll get a pie floater. Well done. Good mark there from Essendon. They're building nicely here. Okay, so I've got to make some mushy peas, got to make a pea and ham soup, and just drop a meat pie in. Just a standard steak pie. Me and Mrs. Pom have been talking about this, that we want to do a video where she gives me Australian cuisine and I give her English cuisine. That sounds grouse though. Like everyone, like I agree with bunch of stuff. It's unhinged. It is. It's unhinged. But putting curry sauce across your fish and chips on face value, fucking is unhinged as well. But it's grouse, mate, innit? Like, you shouldn't do it, but it's fucking good. I'm telling you. Essendon build nicely here. They deliver it inside 50. What a mark. Take a bow. Archie Roberts. So you're telling me I chose the wrong state bunch of stuff? Oh! Scott, how good is McDonald's curry sauce? Bruh. Oh, mate, that is summit else. If you tip that, if you order, right, stay with me here. Big goal by Essendon. He nails it. Stay with me. If you ever go to England, get a quarter pounder, no sauce, put curry sauce, get 2 sachets, squirt that bad boy on it, change your life. I'm telling you now. What is Aussie cuisine? Well, you know, like typical Australian like snacks, like them red things. Mrs. Pom, what are them red things you always have? Australian sweets. The chewy. You ordered the Sherbies the other day, but they always come in there. They're Redskins. You know, Redbees. Redskins. Not raspberries. Poms do eat fruit, mate. We do eat fruit, Fred. Yeah, like fairy bread, which, you know what? You're talking about things that don't belong. Can I be controversial? Fairy bread is absolutely fucking horrible. Hundreds and thousands on white buttered bread. Mental. Thoughts on Lucas Camparelli? I don't mind it. Oh, raspberries. Behind. Raspberries. Mrs. Pom, have we ever had raspberries? The sweet. Ah, the ones that Zane gets. I have tried them. They are grouse. I'm with you, old mate. I don't get it. Because you know what? Like, when you're at a kid's party in the UK, it's grouse. Cheers, Matt. I will check it out after this. Yeah, Mrs. Pom was telling me, but she couldn't remember what they were called, so I just went rogue. Oh, mate, strawberry picking. You can strawberry pick in Australia, but I reckon your strawberries are small. Just saying, Pom's strawberries would win in a fight. Apricots and creams, the lolly, they're not bad. How good is a pie? Mate, honestly, I need to try this. You know what? Tomorrow, I will make a pea and ham soup. Do I have to make a pie, or is like the tradition just buying one of them shitty little frozen pies and bobbing that in? But I will go where Matt Lang has sent me. If Matt Lang's sent me where I can go, we'll go and get one. Any pie will suffice. HSP. I like to go garlic sauce, 2 lots of chili sauce, not the sweet chili, just chili. Don't give me the sweet chili. It's fucking Mickey Mouse, right? I like it quite saucy. Got to be lamb as well. Don't want mixed. Mixed is fucking Mickey Mouse. Yeah, ham, hock, and split peas. Fred, we're talking, mate. I love a ham and pea soup. Black pudding, so it's pig's blood and genuinely blended offal. Absolute grouse, mate. Puts hairs on your chest. Mate, if it ain't too far away, I am more than keen to eat a sexy little pie floater. It is, yeah. Pig's blood, mate. You can't beat it. Pig's blood. It's usually blended together with offal. Nice. My nana used to make them. You can't beat it, mate. Food Forest, mate. Here you are. And there's a behind for Essendon. Didn't you start us on pie? Oh, no, it was Rhombus who started us on pie floaters. Can I just say as well, what are your thoughts on Australian football cuisine? Because genuinely, I feel like we could do better as a nation. I went to the Carlton Melbourne game a few years back. I never forget, no word of a lie. Now, bearing in mind, I was sat at the Mendelian Club, so it doesn't really count. It doesn't really count. But there was some dude drinking a thimble of wine. Zach Merritt hits the post. A thimble of wine, and he had, open sandwiches. So obviously it's the Medallion Club, so it doesn't really count, does it? You are pompous to be there. But never forget it. I've never seen any human being drink wine at a sporting event ever. I didn't even know it was possible. Thank you, Mrs. P. So Port Adelaide build up nicely here, straight through the idle diddle. Yeah, Rhombus, I'm with you there. You can't beat a sausage sizzle. I'm with you, Merrick. Look, wine's fine out on a day having a nice meal. Not going to diss it. But fuck me, a thimble of red wine at the footy. Sort your life out. Oh, mate, you're too like me, mate. Don't get intricate at a sporting event. I love you, Nick. Honestly, don't get intricate at a sporting event. Like, just keep it simple. Do you know what I mean? Like a hot pie, I can get behind. I genuinely don't understand why people put ketchup on top of the pie, though. I am a dipper. Hot dogs, I'm with you, Merrick. Something simple that you can just eat in your hand. You know, like the people at the Medallion Club who have like a 3-course meal. What are you doing? Go out after or before. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you want a proper meal, it's why you meet early. I'm with you, Merrick. Chicken nuggets and stuff like that. Steamed dimmy. You see, I don't like dim sims. That's a Mrs. Pom thing. Don't get it. Old mate, I can't agree more. I am very judgmental on what people will eat at an open air event. It's just not right, is it, mate? Fucking go to McDonald's. You know what I mean? Chicken tenders, bro. What are we doing? No wonder the world's going to shit. Darcy Burn Jones snags one in and 50 plays. 42. Do I like Iron Brew? You can't beat Iron Brew. Biffa, spot on, mate. Look, if I'm totally honest, when I'm at the footy, like, spot on. Let's go and have a full English breakfast, drink pints, and have a kebab. Fred, I think both should be banned. I honestly, to be honestly, Merrick, my opinion is, like, I understand we've got to have hospitality, but that is the most pompous thing you can do in it. Eat, have a sit down feed at the footy in a glass window. Fuck off. Jay Caldwell, straight through the middle, puts it to full forward, Draper, and it's a behind. Scott, Iron Brew's just in its own world, mate. To be fair, you couldn't really describe that. Frozen bottle of orange cordial. Chills. You might be in another level here. Because Australians, because you're hot, it's hot here. You like a frozen drink, don't you? Fair play. Oh, nearly run down in the tackle. This game has heated up a little bit. Jade Gresham through the middle. Merritt drills it to full forward. Draper. Kako! Oh, he's brought it back in. Oh. I haven't had one yet. You keep mentioning it, Ben. I haven't had one. You know what? I'm with you, Scott. Chicken twisties, I don't. Cheese twisties, I don't trust. The only cheese flavoured snack I enjoy is a What's It. You don't have What's It's over here, but they're good. Sam Powell Pepper delivers it inside 50. This is way too easy for Port. Horn Francis, though, spills the mark. What is going on? Now, Chills, it's genius, to be fair. Genius. You know the worst feeling in the world? I'm with you, Jen Will. I mean, that's probably why we're talking about food snacks, mate. You know the worst thing in the world is, you know when you put beer in the freezer and then you fucking forget about it? Is that not the worst feeling in life? Free kick, Essendon. So they probably don't have enough time to score, but again, there's just a goal in this. It's been very, very poor, Neladan. It's been very poor. You see, in the UK, like, genuinely teams that like have like a run-out song to get the fans going, like a song to, but just make some fucking noise when you score, eh? Do you know what I mean? I really don't like, Fred, I don't know what you feel about the fact that we've added players have like a WWE style fucking song when they kick a goal. Like, come on. Yeah, Rhombus, any form of alcohol in the freezer that you try and fast cold, there's nothing more depressing. Gotta say. You know, the worst is when it's one of them ones that's a screw top, so it doesn't look frozen. And then when you open it, it freezes. Now worse. Hey, I love a bit of work karaoke, mate. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't get the Go Anthem thing. I don't get it. Like, can't we just have a good time? Well, it's really interesting though, because like every time you see someone kick a goal, there is, if you ever sit up at the top at Marvel, you can feel a slight breeze, even though the roof's closed. And it's amazing that no footballer has ever worked out you can't kick straight. I would say, Scott, up there, Kazali might be the greatest sporting song in any code of all time. Legit would go as far as, genuinely as a Pom, I can't think of a better one. It definitely rivals Three Lions on a Shirt. Did you ever have, here's a question I've never asked Australians. In the UK, going into the 90s and the 80s, when you made the FA Cup final, teams used to release like a charity single, right? A charity single for the song. So, like, if they made the final, they'd release the charity single to say they got to the final. And it'd be like, you'd usually get like some kind of B grade folk artist to sing. Did you ever have that in Australia? Like, two teams and a granny would release a charity song? No, it's got to be like, what? I suppose we could count adopted songs. Double dummy. George Wardlaw is Beethoven. Like, that's just saying something that doesn't need to be said, isn't it? Yeah, that was quite niche in the UK. Teams would release like a song. Like we had Come On You Reds. I'm from Victoria, white vinegar. You see, I just don't get white vinegar. It's got to be malt. But I do like chicken salt. Chicken salt is all right. Oh, double dummy. Yeah. With the John Barnes rap. Forgot about that. Good call. It's funny, you hear Gary Glitter's part 2 quite a bit. Dun, 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 dun. And like it's kind of been forgotten to like of what he's done. But it's fascinating that like the Lost Profits, that's totally disappeared out of old Circa. At the moment, I'd be very surprised if either of these times do it. Yeah, it's weird. Because in the UK in the 90s, it was quite common that like footballers would get behind a song. You can move slow or fast or do it at the right time. John Barnes, what a footballer John Barnes was. One of my favourite footballers growing up, Barnes. He didn't even play for United. Who was your childhood sporting hero growing up? So we'll go circa age 5 to 13. Because I always think that tells more about you. Because when you were 13, you probably switch. KP, did he? Did Dwayne Bravo sing a song? Who knew? Sauce, Lewis Hamilton, George Best. He may have done. John Barnes played for Geelong and. Hello, Essie Mel. You alright, baby? Want to come and say hello? Look at your little kitty. I'll save little cat. Go on, go and play. Ronaldo. Hey, the proper Ronaldo. Alan Prost. Great call. Hulk Hogan. Wally Lewis. Booney. Proper cricketer. Michael Jordan. Dan Carter. What a fly half he was. Luke Sayers. If Essendon win, I'll put a raw sausage up my bum. Fucking hell. Each to his own, mate. Each to his own. I mean, you got to do something to fill your time, haven't you? Essie Mel. We saved Essie Mel. Had Essie Mel for a long time. Mark Jackson did I'm an Individual. Weird time, wasn't it? Like the 80s and 90s, at the moment. Jordan and Maradona's good. Nigel Mansell, yeah. I love you, Jen Will. Fourth quarter begins. Gilles Villeneuve, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Shane Warne. Essendon burst through here all the way from 50 behind. I do like the way that Jai Caldwell did the lean back as well, as if to like prepare for the celebration. You need Rosie to have a big last quarter. He has been very quiet. We've hardly seen him this game. So kicking. He hasn't really had much to do at the moment. He nearly did some spectacular things at the end of that quarter, but been in. Just subbed on just now, Jen will. So Sad Al Hawaii will make his debut. So hopefully he goes all right. They need an injection, don't they, in the mid-forward half? Oh, what a take! Jason Horne-Francis! Big, big goal. What a take from him as well. See that one-handed grab? This game needs some magic. Still don't like he's pulled up socks, but decent finish. Maybe Scott. To be fair though, like it's a different skill set being a head coach. Some people are a good assistant. It's hard to be a good leader. Well, they've got the just under 2-goal lead. Not a bad call, that, Ben. I mean, it's not one that you'd rewatch. Yeah, would you? It'd probably be up there with Priddis, wouldn't it? You remember when Matt Priddis won it? I won money on Priddis that year. Very underrated footballer was Matt Priddis. Obscure player. Bolts and Rats, spot on. Yeah, I think it's a big step up, isn't it? It's a big step up. Ross the Boss. Maybe. It's hard to say, isn't it? Because like I always say this, I don't think Kingsley would have done that well at Cowan. Sad bursts through. Good handball. This has to go through. Big, big goal. Merrick, I heard. It happens all the time, though, Merrick. It's sad. And they don't give me any Pom love. Absolute great burst. Look at him. Take the bounce, son. Bit of composure as well. Great give. And then Nick Martin finishing me. He just played very similar to Adam Saab. Very gut burst runner. Loves to take the game on. Could be a barnstorming finish. Let's hope it is. You find a lot of them Lebanese sportsmen even in league as well. They're very gut bursty run players, aren't they? Like the burst runs that they play. They're very bursty. Essendon fans starting to smile now. 51-56. Ben McKay's got fucking Cartan. Have you seen it? The Cartan. Where he's had his arm out the window. Oh, Jason Horne-Francis pinged high there. Be nice to use him that way. Gonna be slow or fast. I've got that fucking world in motion now. Big mark there from Tom Cochrane. He's going to have a shot for his first goal. He's got a questionable hairstyle. That would have been really popular in the 90s. Mate, I'm a big fan of play your way. I always say I'd rather cop a 60-point loss and you play your system than play safe for 4 quarters. Behind. So we're exactly a goal separating both sides. It's probably a fair result, isn't it, at the minute? 6 points. You'd say Port have been marginally better. It is, isn't it? It looks a very... Everyone had them curtains in the 90s. Oh, big mark there. Essendon trying to get something going. Harrison Jones hits the corridor beautifully. Jai Caldwell did play on there. Umpires absolutely made a mare. Bit of work to do here. Come on. Someone needs to hit a target here. How often have Essendon just blazed away in 50? Do you know what I mean? Like, Essendon's composure this game has been khaki pooey pants. The old double fister. Never understood the double fist. It's just lack of composure, though, Juddy, isn't it? Like, you could say the same. It's just a lack of composure. It's just making sure. But then you also look at the runners ahead of them. No one's making a move. The amount of times they overlap and no one's there. Rhombus, mate. I tell you what, guarantee there'll be a team probably called Shield 69 or something. And they've double captained fucking old mate Alia. Sam Durham looks like... I agree. Spot on, Matt. Spot on, Sniper, mate. That's an internet search disaster. Bad handball here. Redman. Roos from a mile away. Big goal. Good call, Ben. I preferred Mason Redman when he had long hair. Now he just looks like he's on remand. What a goal, though. Shocking handball, though. Again from Port, missing the target. Port have missed handballs. Essendon have missed kicks. Punished this time by Redman. You know what? No one talks about it. Jai Caldwell is so clever at checking people's run. Oh, Genwell, he's bad. You joke, Ben. If Durham could kick, honestly, he'd be a very good footballer. He's just got shocking execution. Port just try and manage it, meander it. Good word there, forward. Bit of patience here from Essendon. How do you miss that kick, though? Like from Redman? Oh, tell you what. Harrison Jones, honestly, he has got the footy IQ of the fucking turnip. But, hey, he's been ducked. I do, mate. I do, Ben. Enters inside 50. Joe Danaher 2.0 has a mark. This is big. 14 minutes to go. Look at how amazing is footy. An hour ago we watched this and Essendon fans were fuming. The smiles on their faces. Even the guy there, look, behind that chick, even he's smiling now. Out of bounds on the full. You never know, mate. I don't know if he's tried to set that up. Harrison Jones wins the ball. Dersma. Nick Martin. Too much curl. Out of bounds on the full. Ah, 14. Tell you what, this is like just who can be least shit, Juddy. Both these teams have had chance to put the other one away. Oh, look at Connor Rosie looking for the cheap 50. Bro, come on, mate. Double dummy, you nailed it, mate. Jace Burgoyne, half-back, 13 minutes ticks over. This game is on a knife's edge. And this is basically... Oh, great header from Ben Mackay. Why does he think he's got so much time? You know, why do people take the ball out the back of a contest and think that they have got fucking hours? Express yourself. It's one-on-one. Don't mind that, Scotty. Who gives you the creeps? Here we are. Overlap run. Shield releases Dersma. They're in acres of space now. Someone's got a lead to him. Oh my good gosh. And Essendon have got the free, but... Oh, definitely, mate. I used to see Jimmy Savile a lot when I was a kid. He used to run up and down Scarborough Promenade. So when I went to school in Scarborough, we used to see him like daily. Like that guy was like an icon, mate. Like no one saw it coming. Crazy. Weird guy though. Nate Caddy here. Needs a goal. And he bangs it through when he needs to. That went through, did it? Oh, I lied. Sorry. $58 plays 57. This game is on a knife edge. John Lydon, tell you what, the Sex Pistols. How good were the Sex Pistols? Dylan Shield trying to get something going. How have they managed to hit Aliyah so accurately? Isaac thinks about it. Gibbs it off. Another behind. What are they doing? Chris, I remember when he died. All the time, Laughing Magpie. He used to run the promenade. I used to get my breakfast every morning from the corner cafe. And he always used to be there. He used to order a coffee and used to say hello to everyone. Like literally nearly every day. Port, look. See, this is what I said at the start of the show, Double Dummy. Port just, they unnerved me that first game against Collingwood. And I think the Richmond game flattered them, but look at how many scoring shots Richmond had, and they were really bad. Like, this game would be over if Essendon could kick and had some composure. Gresham. He's been all right, Gresh, hasn't he? Sad drops it inside 50. Gresham goes after it. Jace Burgoyne to JHF. Both have been very good this game. Rosie takes the mark. This game is on. Separation from McGrath. Well done. 10 minutes, 30 to go. Port have really struggled with their transition since the second half. It was probably their best part of the game. At the start, well done, Caldwell. You know what? John Lydon's one of them people that no one listened to at the time, but like he's right about everything. Easy kick, Keiko, outside 50. Wrong foots, everyone. Drives it in. Nate Caddy, he's got the mark paid right in front. This could be huge. I agree, Double Dummy. I agree. Like, the problem I had with them against Richmond is even though they won, it was just the amount of shots. He is, yeah. Generally is. I'm with you, Double Dummy. The amount of shots Richmond created, though, they just worried me. And Caddy bangs it through. That might be an important point. Ah, look at Aaliyah. Still a long time to go, but Port, not good. I'm with you, Double Dummy. I'm surprised that they didn't do it and just keep Hinkley there in like some kind of mentor role. I love that, General. Jason on Francis tries to bring it under control, desperately needing a goal here to ping them back. Boak, smart, clever. Oh, behind. I agree, Double Dummy. Like, I'm surprised they didn't keep him like as like a part-time mentor role or something, but just let Carr go for it. So 9 minutes to go. Good exit. Ben Mackay up to the wing, if you don't mind. Good check of a run. Merritt has to hit a target here. What is... Merritt's kicking inside 50 has been garbage today. He has hit Aaliyah nearly every inside 50. He has hit him. Oh, Bo, Gresham, Durham, and Sam Draper. Big Mark. Liam, mate, maybe you've unveiled the conspiracy. Maybe Harry's taken some time off because 24 hours between games just isn't enough time to prepare to be the same person. Sam Draper, he's going to go around the corner. Port have imploded here. This would be huge. Why is that woman so nervous? Bangs it through. Bangs it through. That Essendon guy has never been fucking happy. Like, that old guy behind with the glasses, looking like everyone's Uncle Buck, has looked fucking fuming since they fucking took the lead. Hey, I tipped him, mate. I think 3 of us have tipped him. Nick, me. Double Dummy, was it you as well who tipped Bombers? He has been a miserable git, though, that guy in the cheer squad in Essendon. Oh, that was it, Slobber. Slobber, mate. Mate, could be geniuses. We could be going up in the PommyInOz comp here. It's like a double-edged sword. You know what? I do like Sam Draper forward. Here we are, Merritt. Honestly, if Merritt could hit targets, he'd be good. Here we are, Durham. Durham. Keiko! Easy mark, and this could be all she wrote. Harrison Jones. He doesn't finish off like his dad, Indiana. But Dursma will take the mark. I'm with you, Liam. Hey, McPhee, I'd be fuming too. But then again, we can't talk. Juddy, mate, I'm not confident, but you've got to back him in, haven't you? I mean, what can you do? Ask me Friday 1 in the morning, bruh. Xavier Dersma, is he going to kick it? Hey! You're not very good. That is, honestly, some of the kicking at goal and inside 50 has been absolutely fucking diarrhea. You notice this boundary umpire here, the one with the blonde hair? He looks like he's just thrown the ball up. He looks like your mate's stepdad. Who, he's really nice, really tries hard, takes you camping. Do you know what I mean? You all think he's cool, but your mate just hates him because he's not his real dad. It's going all right so far, Michael. 6 minutes, though. But we ride and die together, bruh. Doesn't he? Doesn't that boundary umpire look like your mate, stepdad, who is really good? Who's like, hey, tell you what, lads, good game of footy today. I'll buy you all ice creams. And he's like, here you are, champ, to his stepson. And your mate's like, go away. I hate you. You're not my real dad. And you're like, why are you so mean to him? He's really nice. So 5 minutes 50 years, 71 plays, 58. Zach Merrick keeps it in. Isaac can't. 5 minutes 40. What do you reckon Ken Hinkley's doing? Googling Uber's out of here. Good work, Mac. Neladan, good call. Matt Lang, good call. Must be an English thing. McPhee will understand if he's still in chat. He's the kind of guy that gets it. Nick Bryan takes the mark. See, told you McPhee would get it. But he just generally looked like that, just genuinely nice guy that's having a crack, doing it, just copping heat for no reason. Oh, Keiko's been lively, just has no return. 4 minutes 40. An absolute shocking kick inside 50. Honestly, these guys are consistent. Hey, Biffa. Only problem is we're meant to be a top 4 fight inside and Essendon quite openly a bottom 6. But I feel you. We're not the only ones. Tell you what, that Saad El Hawawili has been really good effort, hasn't he? He's really injected a bit of pace and excitement into the game. So we've got 4 minutes 30. If Essendon can get one more, it's definitely game over. Liam, spot on, mate. That's what he looks like. Genuinely, I reckon I reckon we've just deduced that umpire's home life. All his mates think he's cool, that his dad, his stepdad, is an AFL umpire, meets all the players, and he's just proper copping hate. Does anyone else think Ken Hinkley looks like the painting that comes alive in Ghostbusters 2? Anyone else think that? Here we are. Jason on Francis delivers it inside 50. Mitchie G. He's done everything but take the mark. And it's a free kick, Essendon. 3 minutes 50 to go. Hey, McPhee, spot on. You can see it, can't you? You can just see it. He genuinely looks like it. That was the vibe I got. Chat doesn't agree, apart from you, but it's genuinely that. Mr. Magoo delivers it deep. Nick Bryan needs a mark. Bounce. Oh, Keiko can't grab him. He definitely looks like the painting that comes alive. Free kick here, Essendon, 3 minutes. Ben, it would take perfect football as we come to the 2-minute mark. Jai Caldwell delivers it deep. So Draper just can't do it. Put her behind. He's a weird one, BT, isn't he? Corridor football, inbound. Overcooks the handball. Oh, Jai Caldwell gets in. Redman flicks it out to the wing. 2 minutes 25 left. Hinkley fuming. Cheers, double dummy. It was just a gut feeling. Dersma takes them off. One bounce. Dersma honestly thinks he's quick, doesn't he? How often have they kicked to Alia? How many intercept marks is Alia on? 700? Last chance saloon now from Port. Has to be perfect football. Another loose handball. Cochrane grabs the ball down. Wise. Ooh, Pal Pepper. Oh, I'll tell you what, Rioli's got to go fast. Got to go fast. Morales has been strong as well, hasn't he? So they need, what, 3 goals from here? 1 minute 25. Willie Rioli. He's taking his sweet-ass time. Behind. Why are they booing Rioli? Is it just meanness? Good tip, that. Just quietly. Mead pops it out to Boak. 50 seconds left. Delivers it inside 50. And Jason Horn-Francis takes the mark. Probably double dummy. Much love, Chris. Hope you're well, mate. Thank you for sticking around. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. And that's another behind. Port. A lot of questions here from them. Essendon definitely been very, very held their own at times. And 9-18, it could have been more. But a big, big moral boosting win for Essendon. And Port, again, back to the drawing board. But even Brad Scott looks fucking fuming. Doesn't he? Brad Scott looks like... I don't think so, Tarks. I think you absolutely destroyed him. And Essendon gets the big win they needed. 2 goals in the end. A big, big result for the Bombers. They needed that win. They did not want to start 0-3. And they did incredibly, incredibly well to get the result in the end. It's shots, loose at times. It wasn't the game for the further, but fairness, 4 points is 4 points. And for the Bombers, I mean, for Port, it's going to be a very big case now of what do they do moving on for the next couple of days. That's going to be an interesting one. The questions will continually be asked about Ken Hinckley. But tomorrow night, this time, we will be watching Carlton, my boys, play the team of the Dogs in what has to be a big game. Can I just say, chat, before we go, right? Can I just say, right? Look what my tip was. Look what my tip was. Ready? In my tips video. Look. We should tip Carlton now. Well, chat, thank you very much. My tips, Michael, they're in. If you check my last video, I've done the tips. Check it out, Michael. I actually got it spot on. Bombers by 12. So, thanks very much, chat, for hanging around. I've had so much fun tonight. I'll see you tomorrow. Can't wait for that one. Look after yourselves, and we will see you tomorrow evening. Go football.